work. It is day number 2 here in Charleston at the 105th Annual West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament. Our upcoming game is in Class AA as number 2 seed Fairmont Senior takes on number 7 Lewis County. We bring you the exciting action next on the NFHS Network. We welcome you inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center in the capital city of West Virginia for continuing live streaming coverage of the 105th Annual West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network. 6 games on the docket today. We're getting set for game number 3, Class AA variety. Number 2 seed Fairmont Senior, the Polar Bears, up against Lewis County. The Minutemen, the number 7 seed, the Polar Bears 24-1. The Minutemen 11-15. Greetings from Charleston with our outstanding NFHS Network crew and 2-time NAI National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. This is Mark Martin. Delighted you could be with us for coverage of this matchup between Lewis County and Fairmont Senior. And Bob Bolin, this is the story of a team that expected to be here. Fairmont Senior, they've been on a roll as of late. They have just one loss. And, you know, it's March and tournament time, and it always brings out Cinderella stories, and we have that here in Lewis County. They haven't been here since 1985. They come in with an 11-15 record, but as far as they're concerned, they're 0-0, and they're looking to go to 3-0 and leave here with a state championship.
That's exactly true, Mark, and that's as far as they're concerned. And Fairmont, on the other hand, is thinking that Cinderella always goes home by midnight, and for Fairmont, it's time for Cinderella to go home. For Lewis County, they want to keep the fairy tale going, and I mean they had a great win in their co-regional win over Bridgeport, and a 13-point, a decisive win. So I'm sorry, a 17-point win. But Fairmont is another beast, but we'll see what happens.
Well, Fairmont won 2 state championships in a row. They were undefeated a year ago and fell to Chapmanville in a great basketball game. So they haven't forgotten about that, but they know they got a lot of business to take care of before they even think about a possible rematch. And when you talk about Fairmont Senior, though, it starts with Jalen Bridges. He's just a sophomore, 6'8". He leads the way with a 21.8 points per game average.
He comes from a great bloodline. A lot of those Bridges is back in the late 90s for Fairmont Senior. Were tremendous players, and he can do it all. I mean, he's a 6'8" guard. He can handle the ball. Big-time D1 recruit. A baller, as the young kids say, a straight baller.
Saw what Fairmont did there in the postseason, and now they're going to try to take out the next team. And the Minutemen, well, they come in here, and it's a group that a lot of people may not know about them, but they got basketball players. And at one point in a sectional game, Bob, they were down 20-10 against Herbert Hoover at halftime. They limited the Huskies to just 5 points in the second half. They got out of that sectional game, and they've moved on. They did lose a game. They lost a game to a very good Nicholas County team, but here we are ready to go with a state tournament game featuring these Minutemen.
Yeah, we had them earlier in the year, and a 4-point loss to a really good Nicholas County team. So, I mean, they can play. And when you're coming on at the end of the year, that's what you want. You want to be playing your best basketball in March, and that's what Lewis County's doing.
All right, we will bring you the starters and introduce you to the coaches and players in a moment on the NFHS Network.
John and the gang at Midstate Ford in Summersville want to match you up to a brand new Ford during the March Matchup Sales Event, where you can save big on this 2018 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big John's March Matchup Savings Price. Get this, only $42,245. Or check out this 2018 Ford EcoSport S 4-wheel drive. With $1,000 down, you pay only $295 per month during the March Matchup Sales Event at Arbuckle Road in Summersville. Online at MidstateFordWV.com.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
One, Jacob Smith. For Fairmont Senior, injured player not playing, Noah Davis. For the Minutemen, number 3, Nick Kuhn. For the Polar Bears, number 0, Bryson Flowers. For Lewis County, number 4 is Ben Jordan. For Fairmont Senior, number 21, Jacob Gamalik. For the Minutemen, number 5 is Bradley Smith. For the Polar Bears, number 4, Aaron Gorman. For Lewis County, wearing number 10, Aiden Post. For Fairmont Senior, number 20, Cam Hines. For Lewis County, number 12, Will Hunt. For Fairmont Senior, number 5 is Jarius Jackson. For Lewis County, wearing number 22, Jacob Heater. For the Polar Bears, number 15, Eric Smith. Lewis County's 23 is Jacob Carter. Fairmont Seniors, number 14, Joseph Urim. For Lewis County, 32, Vincent Snuffer. For Fairmont Senior, number 1, Dominic Vianney. And for the Minutemen, number 40, Adam Watson. Fairmont Seniors, number 10, Trey Washenitz. Now your starting lineups for Lewis County. A 5'10" senior, number 2, Sean Moran. Fairmont Seniors, 6'8" senior, number 11, Jalen Bridges. For the Minutemen, at 6 feet, a junior, number 24, Kyle Gannon. For the Polar Bears, a 6'4" senior, number 3, Zion Dobbs. For Lewis County, at 6 feet, is senior number 44, Caden Rohraball. Fairmont Senior 6'4", sophomore, number 12, is Jalen Johnson. For the Minutemen, at 6 feet, a senior, number 34, Luke White. For the Polar Bears, a 6-foot senior, number 2, DeSilas Jones. And for Lewis County, 6'4", junior, number 11, Asa Post. For Fairmont Senior, 6'4", senior, number 22, Patrick Laxton. And we're ready to play ball.
Comes your way when we return on the NFHS Network.
Let me.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Well, Lewis County High School created in 1966 with the consolidation of Weston High, Jane Lew, and Walkersville High in the state tournament for the first time since 1985. Fairmont seniors made a habit of being here, and they have 7 state championships to their credit. Fairmont Senior, if you've ever been to that school, it is historic. It is on the National Register, just a beautiful facility. Ready to go here. Fairmont with the basketball. The way they wear the white, and Lewis County in the royal blue.
Lewis County coming out in a man-to-man defense.
Here is Laxton. Zion Dobbs. And Lewis County takes it away. Well, this Lewis County team, you know, why not us? Why not now? Right, Bob Boland?
I'll tell you what, they had a great co-regional final win.
And it'll be Bridgeport at Bridgeport, not easy to do. This is Luke White. They turn it over, and racing down the other way is DeSilas Jones. Most improved player, according to head coach Dave Retton, and he has Fairmont Senior in the lead. Dave Retton, 408 victories at his alma mater, the son of the legendary Fairmont State coach JoJo Retton, who passed away in the past year. And a nice drive by White, and he puts it in for Lewis County.
Luke White with a strong power move for the finish.
Zion Dobbs kicks it over to DeSilas Jones. Charles Sims is the head coach at Lewis County. He's a graduate of Glenville State College and a Richwood native. Graduated there in 1981. 109 wins coming into this game. And again, what a Cinderella story for Lewis County. Maybe the season wasn't pretty at all times, but they're where a lot of teams would love to be at this time of year as Jalen Bridges, the sophomore, drives and scores it.
Bridges able to use his length to jump over the shorter Lewis defender.
Luke White on the move. White up with a shot, and White gets it to go.
That's White's favorite move, the spin move going towards the left hand.
Fairmont Senior. Bridges from the outside. off the mark. Ball batted around and a scrap for it, and turnaround shot no good by Jalen Johnson. And CRC, Adam Tony Tire Pros replay. Nice little spin by White and to the hoop.
Left-handed finger roll. Fairmont in a full court man-to-man press with a run and jump, and they'll trap if the offensive players get too close to each other.
White up with a shot straight away.
Luke White, nice little left-hand mid-range jumper.
6'4", Lewis County on top. Zion Dobbs. And the shot up and good for Jones. That's a three-pointer that gives Fairmont back the edge at 7-6.
Lewis County playing off of Jones because of his quickness. So he said, hey, I'm going to take what the defense gives me. Drains the three.
Sean Moran out front there, and here's White.
There's that spin move.
Oh, White. Oh, I like this kid. Senior, what a thrill for these kids from Lewis County, making some history and ending the drought of state tournament play. Up and in by Jalen Johnson for two.
Well, Lewis County wants Fairmont to shoot three-pointers and hope they miss and get the rebound. And they're making them shoot three-pointers and they're missing, but Lewis County is not getting the rebounds.
Shot blocked there. Asa Post having to go against Bridges. Post hustles, runs it down. Well, the length certainly an advantage for Fairmont Senior against a lot of teams, but definitely this Lewis County team. Well, behind the back pass, a beauty by Dobbs, but Jones unable to get the bucket to go. Fairmont kept it alive, and here's Moran racing down the floor, and Moran, Laxton managed to alter that just a bit, thinking of perhaps Zion Dobbs misses the shot. Zion Dobbs, the son of Dion Dobbs, who was a great player there and went on to compete at Marshall. And I'll say one thing, Bob Boland, the cheering section for Lewis County, I noticed that when they played Hoover in that sectional. It is absolutely outstanding.
Oh, it is, and the same thing when they came to Nicholas County. Great cheering section. They are behind their team.
Ball goes out of bounds. We have a break in the action, and we will return to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. You're watching coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville want to match you up to a brand new Ford during the March Matchup Sales Event, where you can save big on this 2018 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big John's March Matchup Savings Price. Get this, only $42,245. Or check out this 2018 Ford EcoSport S 4-wheel drive. With $1,000 down, you pay only $295 per month during the March Matchup Sales Event at Arbuckle Road in Summersville. Online at MidstateFordWV.com.
There are some moments in life when time stands still. Holding your newborn is one of them. At Logan Regional Medical Center's Women's Center, it's our privilege to be there for you and your baby during this special time. Expert care, private rooms, and our Hugs infant security system help make you and your baby more comfortable, healthy, and welcomed. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate care for your special moments. Quality care close.
Back inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center in this Class AA quarterfinal round game. John Anderson, Mike Lazo, Ken Sams are the officials. Outstanding crew working this game. Inbounds pass and picked off there by Fairmont Seniors Bryson Flowers, who checked into the game.
Traveling violation on the spin move.
Fairmont Senior has also inserted Trey Washnitz, number 10. His sister, a part of the Fairmont Senior girls basketball team that won the state tournament here in Charleston last week at Class AA, beating Wyoming East. Luke White.
Oh, great use of the timeout by the coaching staff for Lewis County. It would have been a 10-second count. The count was up to 9.
Charles Sims makes the call. Looking back a season ago when Fairmont Senior entered the tournament, it was a 98-62 win over Braxton County to get things started. Zion Dobbs had 28. Tavion Horton had 21. He's now part of the WVU basketball program. Jalen Bridges had 14. Dante Stills, who's now playing football at WVU, and he had 12 in the game. So they move on. They beat Philip Barber by a count of 99-62 in the semis. Bridges had 25. Dobbs had 20. Tavion Horton had 12. And then the championship game, they fall to Chapmanville 69-60. 16 for Dobbs, 16 for Bridges, 14 for Horton. Now, tough to pass on this Fairmont Senior team. We're going to have a travel called.
And it was a good look. Mark, with all your detail, I got to hit you with this. One of my favorite sayings in coaching was failing to prepare is preparing to fail. You are always prepared.
I appreciate that, my
man.
man.
Hey, it's great. You make it so easy on everybody around you.
Right now, Fairmont making it a little tough on this Lewis County team to get that offense untracked here. 9-6 game. Dobbs gets it down low. Johnson scores. Johnson has 4, and it's an 11-6 count.
Fairmont's press really giving Lewis County fits. They have to attack it. They're going at it too passively, and it's creating turnovers. They're going to have to spread out, attack it off the dribble, and look to pass ahead. Can't pass sideways. They got to pass ahead.
Hidden roar ball, number 44 is checked in for Lewis County. Out of that timeout, and have a foul called and a bucket here, and you see the replay there and the scramble, and Fairmont, they're 24-1 for a reason. Pressure's one of those reasons.
Mark, one time we were playing Iowa State, and they were ranked number 17 in the country and playing at their place, and I felt like our team just, was a little bit intimidated. And we started the game pressing Iowa State. Just send a message to your team. You have confidence in it. Lewis County needs to spread the floor, attack that press, and go to the basket. Everybody's congested. All 5 players are within 20 feet of each other.
Zion Dobbs scored there. Coming in averaging 16.8. I was talking to Dave Retton about him. He said he's back for his 10th season. Said he's going to petition for a few more. Here's White with a nice soft touch, but that one won't go. But the rebound up and wouldn't fall there for Asa Post. And Fairmont Senior with this 14-6 advantage, and from way out Bridges to check out Laxton going high, getting the rebound. And the Polar Bears will reset here, and Bridges will slam it through. Bridges, a sophomore, being heavily recruited, averaging 21.8 a game. Didn't play in a lot of games late this season. I think I said he's a sophomore, senior. They wish he was a sophomore.
I thought Coach Redden petitioned him, and we dropped him back 2 years.
I misspoke there. Forgive me for that. Here's the pass. They work it around, and that's going to go against the Polar Bears. Johnson will commit the foul.
Roar Ball doing a great job of putting his body in the line, getting down. Now there, Lewis County went for the home run, spread the Polar Bears out. Now get out of the point guard's way and let him bring it up the court. There's the run and jump. Now they have to find the open man and attack.
Jacob Heater, number 22. He's into the game. Shot on its way by Post. Wouldn't fall or make that roar ball with that shot. Dobbs. Back out to Jones.
Wow.
And the shot is good. by Bridges.
6'8", nice jab step. I see why the college coaches are all over this young man.
19-6, White. Ball slapped away there out of the hands of Kyle Gannon. Fairmont down the floor, and a one-hander up off the glass by Bridges.
Nice replay here. Bridges jab step, freezes the defender, lines up the three, nothing but net.
So Moran commits the foul. That's his first. 3 team fouls on Lewis County. At the line is Bridges.
Checking in, the Fairmont senior receiver, Bryson Flowers, and number 10, Trey Washington.
Trey Washington's into the game. Bridges hits both free throws. 21-6 our score as time is winding down here. Moran going to pull up on the baseline. Can't get it to go. Dobbs down the floor, streaking up with a shot. He's going to be called for a charge. His first team foul, number 2 on the Polar Bears. Lewis County, they get it in to Kyle Gannon, and time runs out. End of the first, 21-6 our score. We'll return to the Coliseum in a moment on the NFHS Network.
Ford Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
On the press.
Welcome back here to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. Fairmont Senior leading Lewis County 21-6. Delighted you can be with us here on the NFHS Network. And we want to certainly thank all the outstanding sponsors that have made our quarterfinal round coverage and semifinal round coverage tomorrow possible here on the NFHS Network. Many thanks to those great folks. 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament, directed by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. Executive Director Bernie Dolan. Assistant Directors Greg Reed, Wayne Ryan, Cindy Daniel, and Bill Gillespie. 21-6, Bob, what'd you see there? Just a lot of pressure by the Polar Bears.
Yeah,
are tough.
Lewis County's having trouble handling that pressure. Driving in the set offense, they've been fighting, battling, but when it's not in the set offense, they're having a hard time with that full court pressure.
And along the way, Lewis County saw some good basketball teams, a feisty Hoover bunch. That was kind of a game of 2 halves. Again, Lewis County was down 20-10 at halftime in that game, and then their defense just really gave Hoover fits, limited the Huskies to 5 points. Pass to Kyle Gannon. Gannon's in trouble, and Gannon trying to get it to a teammate in Jacob Heater. It's taken away, and Dobbs will put it in.
They haven't seen pressure like this.
No.
I mean, this is pressure upscaled by 10. And Fairmont, if you get too close, they double you, and then they shoot the next guy in the passing lane. Just a really great quickness on defense. I mean, look at the defensive fundamentals. Staying in front of the basketball, help side defense. Boy, they've been taught to play the game the right way.
Fairmont coming in here, having won 19 in a row. Last only defeat, Johnson scores it, was against Chapmanville, and that was on December 22nd by 3. 25-6 our score here. Lewis County, White puts it up, and it wouldn't go. White hits the deck. White has the 6 points for Lewis County at the moment. The senior
has them all.
And he sure does. And foul was on Johnson. His second. Team foul number 3. Or see Adam Toney Tire Pros instant replay. White up and in. (25-7) our score, and the shot is good for Laxton.
Laxton, a nice little mid-range jumper. What's impressed me about Fairmont so far, they're up 20, and they haven't taken a bad shot yet. I mean, so disciplined.
I'm going to have a foul go against the Minutemen.
I mean, they pass up a good shot for a great shot. Really playing well as a team.
That's his first.
14 fouls now on Lewis County. Here is the alley-oop up, and Bridges will put it through. He's got 11 in the game, 29-7 our score.
He looked at his teammate and said, I should have dunked that thing.
Moran out front with it, been a good, solid point guard, senior. Moran keeps it alive. He's got the look for the three, but can't get it to go down. DeSilas Jones comes away with it for Fairmont senior, and Jones drives in and scores the bucket. He's got 7, and a foul is called. Moran commits his second personal, team foul number 5.
There's the replay, just the explosion, the acceleration, the change of pace, and able to finish at the rim, DeSilas Jones.
Rohrball comes out of the game for Lewis County. DeSilas Jones converts the three-point play. 32-7 our score. Another steal by Fairmont. Ball loose, and last touching the Polar Bears. New player into the game for Lewis County. He is the inbounder, and that's Nicholas Kuhn, a junior. Here's White to Moran. Moran pulls up in the lane, and the shot would not go through, but here's Kuhn. Kuhn gets it over in front of the Fairmont senior bench to Bradley Smith, who wears number 5, senior, into the game. Dobbs rifles and hits the 3. Zion Dobbs with 8 in the game.
Dobbs, elbow in, good strong finish on that 3.
Moran shot. He looked for the foul, didn't get it, and now here comes Dobbs over to Jones, and Jones scores it. Jones has 5 in the quarter, 10 for the game. He had 5 in the first, 32-7.
Charles Sims trying to get the referee's attention. He wanted to call a timeout. Fairmont's just so fundamentally sound on the defensive end. My goodness.
White goes in, and White, well, he's got a nice move to the hoop.
He likes that little spin move. I think that the defense knows it's coming, and it's hard to stop. He's still able to get to the line.
Foul was assessed to Bridges, his first, team foul number 4. White to the line, and White shot in and out. Another look at White in the lane. So Kuhn will check out, and Heater will check out for the Minutemen. Rohrball is back in.
Had a little turnover there by Mike Lazo. Veteran ref, does college games, and former quarterback for the Concord University Mountain Lions.
Yes, sir. He was a dandy. Asa Post is in as White hit the free throw there, 32-8. Now I got a good friend that coached at Concord a long time, and I said, who was the best QB during your run? They had some good ones when he was coaching. He said, oh, no doubt, Mike Lazo.
Mike Lazo did a lot of our games when I was coaching at Mountain State. Never one to back down from an argument.
Nope. He worked that final game yesterday with his crew. Kenny Sams, he's the head baseball coach at South Charleston, and Kenny has a baseball title to his credit.
And Silas Jones with the drive and a nice finish.
He's got 7 here in this quarter and 12 for the game.
Fairmont is 16 of 24 from the field, shooting 67%.
39-8 our score. Here is White driving and scoring.
He must have heard us say he likes that spin move to the left. He did it to the right that time.
Shot on its way, no good by Jones. Rebound, Laxton up and in.
Laxton strong around the basket, able to take it up strong and get the easy putback.
Laxton is 6'4", 224 senior. Averages 6 a game. Dave Retton says he loves taking charges. And Fairmont just somehow, it just happened almost like in an instant that they build up this big lead, and driving down the floor and easily laying it in is Johnson, 43-10. Johnson has 8 in the game here. Minutemen across the timeline.
Laxton took so many charges that he lost one of his shoes.
Lewis County throwing it away, and Bridges will lay it in. Bridges with 4 here in the quarter, 13 total.
Laxton's got the mismatched shoes on, one black and one white.
And boy, nice drive there by Moran. So somebody other than White on the board for the Minutemen. White had all 10 of his team's points, and now Moran, who came in averaging 13.9, and that's a 2 for Johnson. Johnson, 10 in the game.
They're a machine. 20 of 29 for 69% from the field.
47-12 our score.
They've missed 9 shots, and 6 of them have been threes. They've only missed 3 shots from two-point land the entire game.
Driving, layup good with the left hand by Jones. Timeout called. We'll break away here, 49-12. Fairmont Senior in control in this AA quarterfinal round game. You're watching coverage of the West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home. How long has it been since you've had a checkup? Can't remember? Then you need to make an appointment with Deanna Polly in Chapmanville today. Deanna has proudly provided primary care services to Logan, Boone, Lincoln, and Mingo counties for over 12 years. She's experienced in treating diabetes, high blood pressure, and all acute care symptoms. Deanna Polly, making primary care a priority.
It's the 1 o'clock game here at the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on day 2. Class AA quarterfinal round showdown, and it is Fairmont Senior having its way at the moment against Lewis County. 49-12 contest. Lewis County to work offensively after which Charles Sims called the timeout. Here is Kuhn with the shot that would not go. New player in the game for the Minutemen in Vincent Snuffer keeps it alive for the Minutemen. And Snuffer turns around. His shot would not go. Fairmont Senior on the attack. Down low, it's Jalen Johnson again. Johnson with 6 in the first quarter, 6 in the second. He's got 12 in the game.
Coach Redden called off the press. He's going to a half-court man with a 39-point lead.
51-12 is the score. Shot from outside, no good. Minutemen will have it. Here is White. White sees Moran and wipe it off.
Defender was in great position, but it was after the pass. I don't like that call, giving them the charge after the pass, especially in a 39-point game. But,
foul is going to be charged to White, his first team foul, number 6.
But I'll tell you what, Patrick Laxton, this big a difference in the game to step in there and take the charge, that shows how well this team is coached.
So Zion Dobbs to DeSilas Jones. Back to Dobbs, back to Jones. Jones knifing through traffic, and he gets it to fall through, and that is the half. 53-12, our score. Fairmont Senior trying to win a 3rd title in 4 years. And first step here against Lewis County, and they are in control, 53-12 at the break. You're watching coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
Welcome to Rejuvenation Med Spa. At Rejuvenation Med Spa, our primary focus is to help you feel better and look younger. Your results and comfort are the primary goals. Under the direction of experienced medical professionals, our clients receive the highest quality skincare and laser treatments. Our professionals can introduce you to PRP hair restoration, feel better and look younger, renew your skin, lose weight, reduce wrinkles, or eliminate unwanted hair. At Rejuvenation Med Spa, Bridgeport.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, we're proud to deliver high-quality health care to our neighbors every day. That's why we're here, for you. From helping you welcome your newborn into the world or providing the right care to truly make your advanced years golden, for all of life's little bumps and emergencies along the way, we're always here for you. Logan Regional Medical Center, compassionate, quality care, close to home.
Back inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center with our NFHS Network crew, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Boland. I'm Mark Martin. Delighted you could be with us here. Game 3 of the day, day 2 of the state tournament, and Fairmont Senior in a AA quarterfinal round showdown going up against Lewis County, and Fairmont Senior in control here by a count of 53-12. Coach Dave Retton's team back in the opening quarter of play, led it 2-0. Lewis tied it at 2. It was a 4-2 game, and for a brief moment, the Minutemen had a lead at 6-4, but Fairmont very strong. They led it 21-6 at the end of the first. They outscored the Minutemen 32-6 in the second quarter, and I know you've coached a long time, Bob Boland, been a part of this great game, and sometimes when a team has the weapons and the talents that Fairmont Senior does, you just have to pick your poison, and sometimes they're just clicking on all cylinders, and Fairmont Senior is doing that at the moment.
Oh, that's true. And Coach Sims at halftime, you know what he has to do? Lie to his team. I mean, you're down 40. You still got to fight. You still got to act like you have a chance, and, you know, that's what he needs to do. Fairmont's good. Fairmont's really good. If they go on to keep this lead, which I think they will, it's going to be a great one, them in Bluefield. I mean, Bluefield will come out and fight you inside of half court. Now, as far as this game, Lewis County, I mean, Fairmont found their weakness. They cannot handle the pressure, the full court pressure from Fairmont, so they really put it on them. It wasn't one guy. It wasn't the point guard. It was all 5 positions. Fairmont able to be strong and really pressure the ball and turn Lewis County over numerous times. Lewis County had 14 turnovers the first half. That is more turnovers than points.
Well, last season, if you'll recall, here at the state tournament, Fairmont Senior won its first game by scoring 98 and its second game 99 before falling to Chapmanville in that heartbreaker. A AAA game before this one was won by Capital 50-47 over Morgantown. So now Capital will go up against the Martinsburg Bulldogs, and Martinsburg still unbeaten. They were winners last night over Parkersburg South. Earlier today it was Bluefield topping Polka 57-47, and that sets up Bluefield in the semifinals tomorrow, and they get the winner of this game here, Lewis County and Fairmont Senior. We'll come back, take a look at some individual numbers in a moment. You are watching live streaming coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
Big John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville want to match you up to a brand new Ford during the March Matchup Sales Event, where you can save big on this 2018 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big John's March Matchup Savings Price, get this, only $42,245. Or check out this 2018 Ford EcoSport S 4-wheel drive. With $1,000 down, you pay only $295 per month during the March Matchup Sales Event at Arbuckle Road in Summersville. Online at MidstateFordWV.com.
53-12 our score. Fairmont Senior in the lead over Lewis County in this Class AA quarterfinal round game. It's the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament. Individual scoring in this first half for Fairmont Senior. DeSilas Jones had 16, Jalen Bridges with 13, Jalen Johnson with 12, Zion Dobbs with 8, and Patrick Laxton had 4. Lewis County led by Luke White, who had 10. Sean Moran chipped in a bucket. And Fairmont Senior coming in here at 24-1, going up against a Lewis County team that is 11-15. Fairmont Seniors girls team winning the state title this past Saturday over Wyoming East. Fairmont Senior hoping to cut down nets on Saturday. Off to a pretty good start here. Still a half to go. We will return and bring you second half action. The Polar Bears of Fairmont Senior and the Minutemen of Lewis County on the NFHS Network.
Ford Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Welcome to Rejuvenation Med Spa. At Rejuvenation Med Spa, our primary focus is to help you feel better and look younger. Your results and comfort are the primary goals. Under the direction of experienced medical professionals, our clients receive the highest quality skincare and laser treatments. Our professionals can introduce you to PRP hair restoration, feel better and look younger, renew your skin, lose weight, reduce wrinkles, or eliminate unwanted hair at Rejuvenation Med Spa, Bridgeport.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home. Has it been since you've had a checkup? Can't remember? Then you need to make an appointment with Deanna Polly in Chapmanville today. Deanna has proudly provided primary care services to Logan, Boone, Lincoln, and Mingo counties for over 12 years. She's experienced in treating diabetes, high blood pressure, and all acute care symptoms. Deanna Polly, making primary care a priority.
Second half underway here at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. And Fairmont Senior getting a bucket there by Dobbs while they were away. And now Lewis County attacking here.
Oh!
And White will put it through for the Minutemen.
Luke White with a nice spin move. Or no, I'm sorry, he didn't spin that time, did he? He just drove with a strong left-hand finish.
Luke White now has 12 points in the game, and Lewis County going to get the ball back here. Sending it in is Rohrball. And Moran has his second basket of the game.
Great out-of-bounds play by Lewis County. Gets the easy bucket for Moran.
And if you're Charles Sims at halftime and you talk about the situation, and obviously – It's a tough deal here as Johnson scores. Johnson's had a busy game. He's got 16. You want to enjoy the experience, know what you did, and make this school proud. At the same time, you're looking at young kids who will be back. Look out. Bridges with the dunk.
Bridges is extremely athletic, gets out in the passing lane. Back to your point on Lewis County. You know, I would have told him there's 35 other AA teams in the state that wish they were out here playing today, and they're sitting at home watching you on TV. And, I mean, it's still a great experience to be able to come here. Sure, you're a little deflated when you're getting the lights beat out of you, but you still hold your head high. You get out here and play, and you look at the other teams and say, hey, we made it here, and that's what Lewis County's doing. Look at that play. Look at that play. Sean Moran, there's still a lot of scrap in this Lewis County team.
Moran, he's been one of their leaders all season long, and, you know, they were having the kind of season, Bob, that it would have been easy just to pack it in. And what do? They fight and scratch and claw again. I saw their game against Hoover. I leave that game at halftime thinking, you know, Hoover's going to advance.
I mean, they could have been home 3 weeks ago and get to practice and get to spend that much more time and get big wins in games. You imagine, look at their fan support. You imagine what that place was like when they won that co-regional to get to come here. I mean, that's memories that last a lifetime.
And not easy to win any type of sporting event when you go to Bridgeport. Great athletic tradition. Here's Moran. He'll pull up, but Dobbs got a piece of that one. Back the other way come the Polar Bears.
Fairmont does a great job of using their length on the defensive end, and, I mean, they attack every shot. They challenge every shot. They are a well-coached, fundamental team on both ends of the court.
Head coach Dave Retton, classy guy. Had a great conversation with him this week. I do need to correct something. My great friend Dave Stingo, I said Dave Retton is a graduate of Fairmont Senior. Reference that as his alma mater. He's actually a North Marion Husky and then went to Fairmont State. Of course, his father, Joe, Barrickville, and had that great career at Fairmont State.
Joe Retton, when I played college ball, he was a legend. When I played in the West Virginia Conference, we had the Kevin Beefords, and, I mean, they were loaded.
Yeah, you just go through, and you know, and certainly early on in his career, Joe Retton won a lot of those games with a lot of West Virginia talent.
Yes, he did.
61-18 our score here. Skip pass over, and the shot, boy, just a flick of the wrist, and Washington drains the three to make it 64-18.
Nice quick release, effortless.
I love that follow through. And you just see that
ball looked like it was floating in the air.
Ran with it. Fourth quarter, I'll share with you the discussion Coach Rhett and I had about all the food there is to eat in Marion County.
I'll share a good story about going to his house one day. You'll enjoy that.
Mike Lazo will hand the ball over. We had a full timeout here, and we'll take a break. It is a 64-18 lead for Fairmont Senior AA Boys quarterfinal round game on the NFHS Network.
Ford Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Teams returning to the floor here in Charleston. Our third game of the day. This is the 9th game of this state tournament. There will be 21 games in all. 3 more to come tonight, and then 6 semifinals tomorrow, 3 championships on Saturday. Just a great, great time of year, Bob Bolin, not only here in this state with high school basketball, but certainly in the state with college basketball, and then throw in the NCAA tournament. A couple of state teams, West Virginia University and Marshall University, still very much alive to be dancing in the NCAA tournament, both getting wins in conference play to get it going.
Oh, yeah, both of them got wins last night. That's always a good night.
But nice maneuvering there underneath. Jones's shot wouldn't drop.
Mark, talking about the West Virginia High School State Tournament, back 20 years ago, I was recruiting here at a game, and I left here and went to the Maryland State Championship, and there were 9 Division I players on the court at the Maryland State Championship. Guess how many people were in the bleachers?
Not like you had at West Virginia, I doubt it.
Not even, maybe 1,200.
Wow.
And they left here, and there was 14,000 at a Woodrow Fairmont game or something. I mean, unbelievable, the attendance and how people treat the West Virginia tournament.
Yeah, Dobbs knocks it down from behind the arc. He's got 13 in the game. Well, earlier today, Jason Williams, one of the all-time great basketball players from West Virginia, played at Marshall, Florida, and then had a great career in the NBA. He was in attendance here, sat across the way at the scores table, and the folks just loved coming up and talking to him. I went over and chatted with him for a little bit. I said, I feel old. In 1994, I was interviewing you here when you were playing in the state tournament, and you were a part of that with that big game with DuPont and Beckley, Woodrow Wilson. Maybe the greatest game ever in the state tournament.
And back then, the 1 and 2 seeds could play the first round. That was 1 versus 2 at 11:15 a.m. on a Thursday, and the place was sold out. Didn't people work back then? They love basketball in this state of West Virginia.
White committed the foul. That's his third, team foul number 2. Dobbs at the line, and he will roll it in. And we spoke of Marshall, and his father played at Marshall.
Now, Bridges, is he kin to Corey Bridges? The great Fairmont player, Corey Bridges, that played at the same time as Dobbs? Oh, I remember recruiting him. I mean, really good player, him and Deion Dobbs.
Just mentioned that championship they won last week. Had Corey Hines leading the way there for the Lady Polar Bears. And we're going to have a held ball. One of the great Mountaineer players that was a part of this state tournament back in the late 60s, Levi Phillips. He is in attendance here. The Charleston Mountain Lions had it going. 70-18 is our score here, Bob Bolin, and this Minutemen team, they continue to battle.
Well, Mark, I turned around to ask about if Bridges was Corey Bridges' son, and the guy said, yes, I'm Corey Bridges, Coach Bolin.
There we go. I certainly remember Corey.
Yeah. Number 24, Kyle Gannon with a strong move inside.
70-20. Here comes Moran. Long range shot knocked down by Gannon. Gannon playing like he's playing for Gannon at the collegiate level.
Great D2 program out of Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir. All right, how about Lewis County? Not about to back down here. Just keep plugging away. Enjoy the moment, grow the program. These seniors, they'll look back on this, and Lewis County can get it going with a great guy like Charles Sims and Gannon. Gannon's got 8 straight points for Lewis County, 70-26. I remember a game in which you were involved in, Coach Bolin, as the shot is put back up and in by Washnitz. He's got 5. I believe you were still coaching. I don't think it was before you had taken the college job when you defeated Fairmont Senior that had the great Jared Prickett.
That was in 1992. Beckley, I was assistant at Woodrow Wilson. Beckley had Shay Fleener, Ryan Coserto, Anthony Scruggs, Brian Neighbors, and Steve Ball was the starting 5. How's that for memory?
Yeah, I was going to say, not a bad team.
Not a bad team at all.
72-26. Had you played them earlier in the season? Was there an early season game with them?
I think that was the previous year. No, we played them here at the Charleston Civic
Yeah, it was
Center
in the Old Coal Classic.
Yes, yes, we did.
All right, Bridges is going to check out. Foul's on Washington. It's his first. Lewis County. How about Gannon? Each team with 2 team fouls here in the second half.
Oh!
A shot off the glass and in. Dominic Vianney, the freshman, 5'7".
A little sliding kiss off the glass.
And then a rainbow three-point attempt by Bradley Smith. We have played 3, 75-26. Fairmont Senior on top of Lewis County. You're watching live coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State High School Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
How long has it been since you've had a checkup? Can't remember? Then you need to make an appointment with Deanna Polly in Chapmanville today. Deanna has proudly provided primary care services to Logan, Boone, Lincoln, and Mingo counties for over 12 years. She's experienced in treating diabetes, high blood pressure, and all acute care symptoms. Deanna Polly, making primary care a priority.
Individual scoring as we head to the fourth quarter here. Silas Jones, 18 for Fairmont Senior. Jalen Johnson, 16. Jalen Bridges, 15. Zion Dobbs, 14. Patrick Laxton, 4. 5 for Trey Washnitz, and 3 for Dominic Vianney. Shot from the outside, rattles around, won't drop through there for Cameron Hines, 6-foot junior, who has checked in for Lewis County. Luke White has 12. Kyle Gannon had 8 there in the third quarter, 6 for Sean Moran. Jacob Smith, number 1 in the game for Lewis County. From the outside, firing away as Gannon couldn't get the shot to drop, and now here's Vianney. His shot wouldn't fall, but following nicely is Washnitz, who puts it through.
You know, Mark, when we go back and talking about stories, can you imagine Deion Dobbs and Corey Bridges? They won a state championship together at Fairmont, and 20 years later they're sitting in the bleachers watching their sons play. I mean, that's got to be exciting.
Yeah, we were just talking with him here in the break. As new players come in for Fairmont, Aaron Gorman wears number 4. Number 21 is Jacob Gamalik, and I'm trying to see who the other one was who checked in there. I believe number 5, and that's Jarius Jackson. Okay, so we're good to go. Frank Blake, the public address announcer here at the Coliseum. He and I were trying to figure out who that other guy came in. We both said it at the same time. All right, turnover, and Fairmont Senior will have it. You know, Babe Stingo led Fairmont Senior to that 96 title and won one since 49. Babe Stingo was a great athlete there in the city of Fairmont. All right, Polar Bears, and now here's a pickoff by Nicholas Kuhn. So Kuhn wears number 3 for Lewis County. Number 1 is Jacob Smith. He brings the ball up the floor. Number 22 is Jacob Heater. And they've got number 10, Aiden Post, in the game. And Gannon, Kyle Gannon. And on the move here, number 5, Bradley Smith. Bucket is good.
Coach Shims getting some more of his players in at the 6:12 mark. I'm just saying it's a blowout, and these things happen in sports. But some of these kids from Lewis County, Mark, are going to be sitting in their dorm rooms about 3 years from now, and Jalen Bridges is going to be on TV in the NCAA tournament, and they're going to say, I played against him in high school.
Yeah. Well, again, these kids, they just kept battling.
They do.
This is not an easy thing to do.
And they are battling, getting after it.
Mentioned some other kids that are in there for the Minutemen now. They got number 4 in, Benjamin Jordan. Number 12 is Will Hunt. And those are both sophomores. You got number 40, Adam Watson. He's a sophomore. 32, Vincent Snuffer, sophomore, is checked in. And the other man out on the court, Jacob Carter, junior. So these are guys that Coach Sims will have back. And they're going to get a taste of this and say, we want to go back. And a case in point, although Webster's been to the tournament through the years, as the pass is there to Jarius Jackson. He couldn't get the shot to fall as Fairmont keeps it alive. That Webster team, they got beaten pretty soundly last season in the opening round by Mick Price's Ravenswood Red Devils in single A, and they won last night. They're still perfect, and they go on to the semifinals.
That was their last loss.
Yeah. They have not tasted defeat since.
I have enjoyed watching that team this year. Scrappy, tough, talented, good team.
We'll have Trinity Christian tomorrow. We'll see that game at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have the call for you here on the NFHS network. Well, no one seems to want that basketball on that particular possession as Bryson Flowers brings it down the floor. Eyeing straight away. The bucket was Aaron Gorman. Couldn't get it to drop, but Fairmont Senior still has the basketball. Angle left, and how about another 3 for Vianney?
Gets those feet set. He has a great follow-through. Good three-point shooter. Knocks it down.
80-28 is our score.
Coach Redden has a couple more subs that have played earlier in the game. He's thinking about the next round. Maybe they didn't get enough minutes tonight.
He's got a great staff. He sits there with the veteran Frank Skubis, and they're talking things over. And here's Jackson down the floor. Jackson with a nice little move. Couldn't get it to fall through. And Kenny Sams.
Great Euro step there. And, I understand this. With these kids coming in for Fairmont, when you have people that's in your top 8, and you got Washington's coming back into the game, if he only got 3 or 4 minutes earlier in the game and he's going to be playing in the semifinals, I understand what the coach is doing. You got to get him a few minutes to keep his confidence level up.
No question about it. Joseph Urim has checked in for Fairmont. He wears number 14. Well, I asked Coach Ratton when we discussed this game the other day on the phone, had a nice chat with him. I said, okay, if I'm in Fairmont, are we going to Muriel's or are we going to get a pizza at Colasesano's? And he said, man, you've asked me some tough questions today. He said, that's the toughest one you've asked. I can't. And then they just started rattling off places. Of course, there's Yan Dogs up there and just Country Club Bakery.
Well, so speaking of that, Muriel's, Coach Dave Barstow from Woodrow, when he was with me at Mountain State, and he used to coach against Coach Redden in college, and he called him. We were trying to learn some stuff about the matchup zone, and Joe Redden was the master of the matchup zone. We went to his house, and I thought we were going to meet about an hour, and he was going to show us some things. We were in his basement for 8 hours.
Wow.
Going over the matchup zone, and we ended the evening at Muriel's.
I was going to say, I'd like to learn all I can about the matchup, but I was hoping this story was going to end with you telling me you went to Muriel's. You got some kind of pasta out of the deal. How about that 3 there by Hines?
Cameron Hines, a nice release, and knocked it out from three-point land.
Yeah, great job by Coach Redden, what he's done with his program at Fairmont Senior. He coached out in Utah and went to a state tournament out there. Nice little feed down low, and the basket is good for Jacob Carter. making the count 83-31. He said, it was a great thrill, but he said it just does not compare to the experience here in the mountain state of West Virginia.
I've been a Beckley guy all my life, except for 3 years, and Johnson City, Tennessee is the nicest place in the world as you could live, and I'm so happy to be back in the Mountain State.
Well, we're glad you are too, and we've enjoyed calling these games with you. We got a little bit more business to finish up here, and then a busy day tomorrow. At the moment, Fairmont Senior in control. We come back and close this one out on the NFHS Network. Back to live action here on the NFHS Network, Fairmont and Lewis County in this AA game. And on the other end, and a shot is missed there by Cameron Hines. Lewis County comes the other way. White's back in the game. And here's a shot from the outside that will not drop from the three-point range area for Caden Rohrbo. And the ball out of bounds. So let's set this Lewis County lineup for you now as they've made some changes. Luke White wears 34. Caden Rohrbo wears number 44. Number 10 is Aiden Post. Number 5 is Bradley Smith. And Shaw Moran back in the game. Left-hander banked it in for Fairmont Senior. Bob Olin looks at his watch and
2:20. The bank is still open. Those won't go in tonight, Mark.
It was Gomalak there with the 3. Here's White. Down on the other end, Hines. And laying it in is Joseph Urim.
I like what Coach Sims just did. He went back with his starters, and I would too. Let those kids. You got.
Well, they were the guys that kind of got you here.
Yeah, and you got everybody playing time. He put them at the 6-minute mark. Now the last 2. He's letting these guys in the game, and I think that's a classy move.
Coach Sims, graduate of Richwood High School, 2 West Virginia natives in this game. Dave Retton, North Marion High School. Coach Sims at Glenville at the collegiate level, and Coach Retton at Fairmont. 90-31, so Fairmont now. Nice little move there, and Aiden Post.
Aiden Post
it in.
Aiden Post with the post-up move. Nice spin to the left.
Moran scoops up the loose ball. Moran gets it back to Rohrbo.
If I was Coach Sims, I would be thinking about 7 more points. You get that thing to 40, 90-40. Doesn't look half as bad as 90-33.
So Fairmont with hitting 90. They've now scored 93 out of the last 4 games they've played here in state tournament competition last 2 seasons. Shot won't drop for Rohrbo. Going down the floor was Dominic Vianney, but back the other way. It's Lewis County, and White into the hands of Smith, but Smith lost it. And on the other end, laying it in will be Urim. Urim's got 4 here in the 4th quarter. 92-33 is our score. Fairmont Senior lost to Chapmanville a season ago after back-to-back wins. over Chapmanville and Polka. They beat Polka in 2016 after Polka knocked them off 57-53 in 2015, and Polka ended the season undefeated. And we mentioned that was the first time a team had gone undefeated in a basketball season, won a championship as White scores since the 87 Payton City team of Bob Burton. The game is over. Fairmont Senior and Lewis County battle it out here in this Class AA quarterfinal round game, second of the day. Fairmont Senior victorious, and Fairmont Senior will now meet up with Bluefield tomorrow in an 11-15 game. Fairmont Senior, the number 2 seed, Bluefield, the number 3 seed. Should be a fun matchup against two very talented basketball teams. Dave Retton and Charles Sims have a nice handshake there as you see it. Enjoy seeing that great sportsmanship. And one team moves on, one team calls it a season, but well, there's no place you'd rather have the season come to a close than right inside of this building. We'll come back and recap it for you. Fairmont Senior advancing to the semis once again, 92-35. You're watching live coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
John and the gang at Midstate Ford in Summersville want to match you up to a brand new Ford during the March Matchup Sales Event, where you can save big on this 2018 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big John's March Matchup Savings Price. Get this, only $42,245. Or check out this 2018 Ford EcoSport S 4-wheel drive. With $1,000 down, you pay only $295 per month during the March Matchup Sales Event at Arbuckle Road in Summersville. Online at MidstateFordWV.com.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Well, this one's over here in Charleston. Fairmont Senior advances 92-35 against Cinderella Lewis County. Fairmont Senior 25-1 now on the season. Lewis County's season ends at 11-16, but in the state tournament for the first time since 1985. Great accomplishment for Charles Sims' Minutemen basketball program, and hopefully something they can build on down the road. For Fairmont Senior, well, they're used to this time of year, and they're ready to get back into a championship game. They got another big test tomorrow as they face off with Bluefield, but they've taken the first step on reaching the state championship game once again. They will play Bluefield, and that will be tomorrow morning, 11:15. Bluefield won earlier today over Polka, and so it will be number 2 Fairmont Senior going up against number 3 Bluefield. Should be a great matchup. Fairmont has been in the state championship game. 4 straight years, 5 out of the last 6. And they'll try to get back to the title game once again on Saturday. Got to knock off Bluefield. Bluefield had back-to-back state championships in 2013 and 14, and in that 2013 game, they beat Fairmont by a score of 63-43. Joined here by 2-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Boland. We've had fun this morning. We've coached and watched and called 3 games here. And for you, Coach, what did you see in this one here? Lewis County, they fought and scrapped the whole way, but this Fairmont senior team's pretty good.
As Bill Belichick would say, I'm on to Bluefield. Mark, Lewis County fought, scrapped. They have some great memories to take with them. Fairmont is good. They are really talented. They're deep. They have height. I am so excited to watch Fairmont and Bluefield tomorrow. That is going to be a battle. They're going to go at each other. Woo, boy, I wish they played right now. I'm excited for that one tomorrow.
All right, Coach, as we look at some numbers here, DeSilas Jones, 18 to lead the way. Jalen Johnson had 16, 15 for Bridges, and Jalen Bridges had 15, 14 for Zion Dobbs. So they had 4 guys in double figures. Luke White led the way for Lewis County with 14. So tomorrow, the action we're going to see, we'll start it out. It'll be a single A showdown. Wheeling Central, defending champs, going up against Parkersburg Catholic. We'll see Cade Albin there again. We'll see that outstanding team that Wheeling Central has. They come in here, and, of course, they're the number 2 seed, so it's going to be a good matchup tomorrow. Of course, Rob Stracula's team, got the victory the other day as that number 6 seed.
Excuse me, Mark, you got me choked up. No, nothing left but great games.
Yeah.
Nothing left in this state tournament but great games. 3 teams are going to go home happy. 21 teams are going to go home sad. That's just the way it is. It's the way it works. It's West Virginia high school basketball at its best, and it is tremendous.
Yeah, and we'll have then the game we were speaking of, Fairmont Senior and Bluefield at 11:15, and then we will come back 1 o'clock and get the championship game of single A set as Webster County and Trinity Christian take on each other. And again, a busy night still ahead. Jack Withrow and Andrew Miller are going to call 3 for you tonight, and that's going to be a lot of fun. They got 2 AA games and another AAA game, and it will start in AA. Chapmanville, the number 1 seed, they're going to see a Cinderella story in the Bearcats of Grafton, who also came in with a losing record. That's a 5:30 tip-off here at the Coliseum and Convention Center. That will be followed by another AAA game. George Washington, the defending champs, guided by Rick Green, they'll go up against Cabell Midland. Midland hasn't been to the state tournament since 2002 when they won it with a great player by the name of Mark Patton. Jim Stewart was the coach then. Rick Chafin in his 2nd season has Midland in the state tournament. So 2 teams that battle in the Mountain State Athletic Conference going to meet here tonight. George Washington, guided by Rick Green, as we mentioned. His son, Matt Green, they won earlier here today, the Capital Cougars over the Morgantown Mohegans. And then back for the final AA game, and that will be a 4 versus 5 matchup. Number 4, Oak Hill, going up against Robert C. Byrd. And so we look forward to seeing those games and what unfolds. But busy time of basketball. 3 to go tonight, 6 semis tomorrow, 3 championships on Saturday. Many thanks to the great folks of the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission, Bernie Dolan, Executive Director, Assistants Greg Reed, Wayne Ryan, Cindy Daniel, and Bill Gillespie for all their contributions and outstanding work, and to the great tournament workers here in Charleston who make this West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament such a wonderful event. That's it for Game 3 on this Day 2 of the state tournament. For our outstanding crew working this one here this afternoon, and for 2-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Boland, this is Mark Martin saying so long from the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center here in Charleston. Fairmont Senior defeats Lewis County 92-35 in this Class AA quarterfinal round game. Fairmont Senior plays Bluefield tomorrow in the semifinals. You've been watching coverage of the 2019 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.